my anger and disgust of the absence of the mayor of Lucy and the councillor for this division. I noted concern almost every time I come to the parish for a function. The mayor is absent. You know, we are all politicians. But when we hold public office, the public office that we hold have no political allegiance.
The minister notes there's been a pattern in which he says most events held in the parish have not been supported or attended by the mayor and some councillors, adding sometimes without an apology. He deems the behavior a betrayal, but not something he's surprised by.
Not being here this morning to participate in this function, I consider this to be a betrayal of the office that he holds and the trust and the confidence that the people have placed in him. The councillor who was down on the program for this division to bring greetings is also absent without an apology. And I noted concern looking in the audience that there is not one councillor from the Hanover municipality, with the exception of the deputy mayor, that is present.
However, his latest critique did not rest well with Mayor Samuels, who shared equal contempt for how things have been handled over the years there.
I was elected to serve, and I'm serving here in Hanover with all integrity. That is exactly what I'm doing. I don't have 28 bank accounts. I am here working for the people of Hanover as the chairman of the municipal corporation and also the mayor of Lucy. I am here and I have to stand up for the people of Hanover. And what is happening to us here is total disrespect and disregard, undermining our functions. And that is why we took certain stands.
And while he's not denying being absent from events, he notes there's also a process by which they subscribe to ensure a proxy is in attendance. Then the mayor, in a twist of events, explained he attended an event there where the Prime Minister referred to him as the mayor of Hopewell, something he described as disrespectful.
Where I can attend function, I have a deputy, and the deputy attended those functions and represented the office well. Where the deputy can make it, some senior councillor will attend. But let me tell you, we are not feeling well in Hanover because we have funds here sitting down and the people out there suffering. Roads, we want to do certain roads. We have the SGR, special grant for repairs. That is a portion that we have received from our monthly allocation that we are getting for PRF. And those monies we have here sitting, and we have been crying out loud to get to use the funds.
The mayor laments the constant delays have been dogging their roadworks requests, the refusal to allow them electronic billboards, and other crucial approvals. Nika Lewis, CVM News.
And political tension flared in Kingston, where Mayor Andrew Swaby took jabs at his predecessors and his legacy this week. The mayor, in a stark comparison, notes the people were without a mayor for the former mayor's tenure, while adding the people need not ask, what has Mayor Swaby done since ascending to the role? He was addressing the People's National Party's divisional conference in Almontown, Kingston.
I can speak about the achievement of the KCMC, but you all see it, so I have to remind you. You all see that we didn't have a mayor for 7 to 8 years. You all see that there was no little or no achievement at the KCMC. And you all see that the people was never the focus of the then KCMC. And you see what you're getting now. So we're not going to spend about things, you know. But when you feel it, and I know you're feeling it with more better market. I know you're feeling with a cleaner city. I know you're feeling with a more transparent KCMC, so I don't have to talk much about it.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness says crime isn't just a public safety issue, it's also bad for business, and it drives up the cost of living. As Shantae McNeil reports, the Prime Minister says he continues to stand in solidarity with the nation's security officers as they work to bring the number of murders below 1,000 this year.
While the country's inflation trends downward, the government boasts growing fiscal stability, concerns still linger, one that could rattle the core of Jamaica's manufacturing sector, chief among them, national security. Speaking at Jamaica Packaging Industries' 70th anniversary and factory launch, Prime Minister Andrew Holness made it clear security in Jamaica isn't just about safety, it has ripple effects on the cost of living.
Let's look at a retailer who comes in the morning, lifts up their shutter and finds that their entire stock is cleared out. In other words, the issue of security is not just one of safety. The issue of security, or rather insecurity, adds a cost to the cost of living. So every plant, every business operator has to add in their budget a line item which is quite significant for security.
The Prime Minister says if the government can ease security fears, the benefits will be felt by all, from big manufacturers to average shoppers. He's calling on communities to view crime reduction not just as freedom to gather safely, but as fuel for economic opportunity.
When our murder rate reaches the sub 1,000, which it will this year, we will go below 1,000 murders, the first time in almost 30 years. That is going to send a signal to business people and to the rest of the world that Jamaica is serious about making this country, making our country a destination, not just for tourists to go into all-inclusive hotels, but to make Jamaica a destination for people to visit and for businesses to come and operate.
Wearing blue, the Prime Minister said his suit wasn't just a style choice, but a statement of solidarity with the Jamaica Constabulary Force and its work to curb crime. On Tuesday, human rights group Jamaicans for Justice JFJ led a protest in Halfway Tree, citing over 100 police-related deaths since the start of the year. The concern, too many officers aren't being held accountable when they violate citizens' human rights. JFJ supporters wore black, while those backing the police were urged to wear blue. But the Prime Minister made it clear that he doesn't support such violations. He says the JCF is expected to hold its own accountable.
My administration will never sit by and allow our state forces to act in a way that wantonly abuses the human rights of our citizens. And I am satisfied that the men and women who are leading the JCF appreciates the importance of maintaining a high standard in protecting human rights. The JCF has also internally taken action against policemen and women who have acted outside the use of force policy. And we will continue on this path to respect the human rights of citizens, but deal appropriately with those criminals who challenge us.
Shantae McNeil, CVM News.
Jamaica has dropped to 26th place on the 2025 World Press Freedom Index, continuing a troubling downward trend it marks a two-place drop from last year's position. Now, while Jamaica remains among the top-ranked globally and second in the Caribbean, the Press Association of Jamaica, the PAJ, reminds the country once held a top 10 position, reaching an all-time high of 6th place in 2020. It adds decline over the last 5 years underscores the urgent need for meaningful intervention to preserve the gains made and strengthen Jamaica's commitment to press freedom. In a statement on Friday, the PAJ warns mistrust between the media and government, legal threats to journalism, and outdated laws are eroding press freedom. It notes a Supreme Court ruling against the Gleaner now threatens qualified privilege, a critical protection for reporters covering Parliament. Meanwhile, the PAJ says delays in updating access to information ATI laws are blocking transparency and is calling for swift reforms, better government accountability, and stronger protection for independent journalism before the decline worsens. Do stay with us for more news at 7 in just a moment.
And through it all there's a glow inside. Let's keep our shine alive.
From the market to the factory floors, from the hillside green to golden shores,
we're reaching heights, our energy that lights the sky. Shine bright Jamaica, shine bright Jamaica. Feel the rhythm, we're on track to feel it. I wanna feel it. Together we rise, together we climb. JPS Jamaica, together we shine.
Shine from the ends, shine with your family, shine with your friends. Light up the streets and make the vibes blend. Your JPS and make the shine never end.
At Courts, we know that mom is so much more than just a mom. Find her the perfect gift with furniture pieces starting at $11,199. Shop select fridges, stoves, washers, and dryers on credit and get 20% off. Get smart TVs starting at $24,999. Plus free gifts with select purchases. Shop for her today and pay later. So let's celebrate her as she is so much more than mom. Only at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends May 24, 2025.
Welcome back. Thanks so much for staying with us. The People's National Party, the PNP, is lashing at the government, saying it's mishandling key energy and information technology infrastructure. Adrian Williams sheds more light on the views of Shadow Minister for Energy and Mining, Philip Powell.
With much talk about AI-integrated systems, Starlink to provide high-speed internet in rural areas, and ever-changing energy costs, Shadow Minister for Energy and Mining, Philip Powell, is clapping back at the government for what he calls unwise decisions.
So far, this government has dropped the ball in terms of rural electricity. We established a company called Nestle to complete the work. In fact, Nestle was supposed to be involved in the manufacturing and assembly of solar panels. We went to Cuba and we understood how to develop that sector so that our own people could fabricate panels.
He suggested that the current administration ran the operations of National Energy Solutions Limited, NESOL, down to the ground. NESOL was hard hit by a corruption case, seeing one of its senior officials forfeiting over $40 million. But Powell says he has plans to put the company back in motion if the PNP should regain government.
We are promising you that we are going to re-establish NESOL because we have to complete the work of rural electrification. We have to make sure that in every nook and cranny in this parish, you have 100% electrification in Jamaica. There's no way you can live in this modern world without electricity.
He doesn't stop there, as he believes the Universal Service Fund is not living up to its full potential compared to when it started in 2005 during the PNP's administration.
So they are doing Wi-Fi in communities, and that is good. But our aim, our ambition was to spread it across the entire country. And when we get back into power, we intend to ensure that the Universal Service Fund original objective is carried through, not only in communities, but across every length and breadth of this country.
Adrian Williams reporting for CVM News.
The cycle of overflowing drains whenever it rains, exposing improper garbage disposal and triggering calls of abandonment and neglect is upon us, with sections of Kingston 11 making the headlines again. It's approximately 1:35 in the afternoon in a section of the corporate area on the second day of May, considered to be the wettest month. It's at the start of the first of the country's two rainy seasons, May to June. Well, as it is with the elder who couldn't cross it, so too was the risk for three younger men also on twos, a bicycle and a bike. The volume of water gushing down the channel from Friday's steady downpour transforms the roadway into a stream choking with waste. And with the area a dumping ground, what's floating around looks more than just an unpleasant and unsanitary appearance.
Well, it's a more than regular occurrence. It's a more than regular occurrence. The people in Poland call them too nasty.
Yeah.
And the MP for do something about it. Not about the MP, the council, local government. They need to come together and do something to people who live at Balance Gully Bank. That means it's not good for human being, much less beasts. It's not good at all for people. You can't go across the road. Understand? You can't cross the road. Oakland Crescent abandoned, all pumpkin and growing in the street, and it's still a growing. Them come look on it and there's nothing.
Even with the health risks, some residents appear emotionally numb on a surface where the blame game persists.
This is Welcome Park Road, and that's the only face in Oakland Crescent where I live. So after the rain don't fall, we're not twang here. So after the rain don't fall, all of them are going to say we have to go sweep up the road. We get dead dog, we get dead puppy, we get pampas, we get bath, we get barrel, we get buffet, dresser, any furniture you want whatsoever for your house, we have it. Come down from out of the gully. Right now our fridge still under this, so then take out 2 up there, so 3, 1 still under there. So everything, every single thing done for Oakland Crescent over there. Yeah. Pumpkin, as the guys say, pumpkin grow down there. Everything growing at all. We have all. We keep in pool party at Oakland Crescent. Courtesy of the gully and the government.
She may appear to make light of the situation, but it's a burning problem. This is a section of Waltham Park Road. As you can see, traffic was impeded. Only the bigger vehicles continued. And as these motorists cautiously crawled their way through, is this a garbage truck trying to hustle from the other direction, adding to rather than taking away from the chaos? Something's got to give.
More than 20 years now. And a full time it will stop.
Still more to come after this.
From the hillside green to golden shores.
We're reaching heights, soaring to the lights. The sky, shine bright, Jamaica. Shine bright, Jamaica. Feel the rhythm, we're on track. Feel it, feel it. Together we rise, together we climb. JPS Jamaica, together we shine.
Shine from the ends, shine with your family, shine with your friends. Light up the streets and make the vibes blend. Your JPS and make the shine never end.
Let's delve deep into the issues.
we'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Welcome back. So entrepreneurs are known to coin unique names for their places of business, and since we are about traditional flavors, we expected variations too, like fancy fruits, but as we got closer, we found much more than we imagined. You could say it's snug in the middle of Mandeville, 33 Ward Avenue to be exact. It's an eye-catcher from the color scheme representing nature, the pyramid at 360, the top of the food chain, the logo, the crown of the pineapple, 2 S's symbolic of balance, a male and a female, a place for the word rest, among one of the servings, pleaser. All right, first of all, what is in this container?
Okay, flaxseed. Flaxseed is to hold it together. Carrot trash, sunflower seeds, and seasoning. Non-salt seasoning. Everything. That's it.
And this is all natural.
Yes, and coconut oil as well.
As Dwayne, the supervisor, preps the customer pleaser with a crust that also has a flaxseed, sunflower, and tomato in the mix, O'Dane is just as busy. See, your hands are busy. What's happening? I know that.
Yes, so this one we're shelling out some tamarind. I'm going to make some juice and also some medicine as well. So we have plenty of them today, so almost full, so ready for another bag. You know, there are a few of them there that are ready to go. Alright, but it's looking good. I remember like in my younger days, when I used to go under the tamarind tree and eat tamarind, or buy tamarind balls here with the sugar on it. So this brings me back, you know. But, yeah.
We're not adding any sugar, are we?
No sugar today. No sugar. This is straight natural tamarind. So just shelling to make sure that everybody is good to go. Everything is compost. So skin, shells, seeds, everything goes back into the ground basically. So we don't waste anything.
My circle is not that great.
Looks good to me. I can smell the seasoning. So ordinarily the next step would be to put this in an oven. What are you going to do?
We use something called a dehydrator. It slows the food process, you understand? So you get every nutrient that come out of the food instead of fire.
He showed us one that completed the roughly 6 to 7 hour process. So that's ready to go, ready to be had.
Also make a cheese for this. The cheese is made of like sunflower seeds, cashew, coconut oil, parsley, cilantro, sweet pepper, purple onion. Any vegetable that's purple is the oxidants were in it, good for your body. Any vegetable you see with purple, any vegetable. Especially the cabbage. The cabbage, the purple cabbage, very good too, as well.
Be it for pleaser or earther, or whatever comes out of this restaurant, topped with fruits and veggies, it disappears quickly.
No fire, no blaze, no smell, no smoke. Oh, because of raw food. Everything raw, prepare raw, so yeah, get the full benefit out of whatsoever you spend your money for, you know? Nothing no water down, nothing no drought.
Next time, the fireman, the boss, Yaya L story. The natural juices, the herbs. All right, so we're going to go to Ronaldo Adams before we go to another break. He wants to tell us what's coming up in sports, sir.
Good evening, Carlin. First things first, the speedy Jamaican Akira Nugent. She ran a season's best 12.34 seconds in the opening day of the Miami leg of Grand Slam track. That was today. Tomorrow, however, Olympic silver medalist Kishane Thompson, he is going to open his season, and much of the sports fans around the world are anticipating to see him his first 100 meters on the track. We'll also preview some of the action from the Jamaica Premier League coming up this Sunday and this Friday. So we'll have the winner's edge with Rohan Daly. Stay tuned.
Definitely. Stay where you are. We'll be right back.
To the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
New KFC saucy wings tossed in savory mango habanero or buffalo sauce. KFC, it's finger looking good. The time by KFC is
7:30.
As we welcome you back, it's time for the Business Report with Joel Crossgill.
Lots to share with you in the business report today. From the land of 1,000 hills they came on a visit to the land of wood and water with one objective in mind, to learn the secrets of the largest and most successful securities market in the English-speaking Caribbean, the Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE.
Pierre Celestin Guabukumba, and I'm the CEO of Rwanda Stock Exchange and President of African Securities Exchange Association, an umbrella organization for African stock exchanges and depositories and other service providers. We are here because Jamaica is a market that has a lot to learn from. Jamaica Stock Exchange is a market which is mature from a small country and very low base population. And we have similarities in many ways as a Rwandan market. But we have seen Jamaica markets performing for a long time, best performer in 5 years. So that triggered our interest in coming and learning from Jamaica to see if we can learn a trick or two, so that we can advance our agenda of collaboration and learning from each other and leveraging on the experiences of the Jamaican market, how we can support our market and the economy in general, which is what the stock markets are supposed to do.
The Rwandan Stock Exchange delegation's visit was also timely, as it comes at a juncture when innovations are in the works, as described by Chairman of the JSE Stephen Whittingham, who is also CEO of Grace Kennedy Financial Group, a wholly owned subsidiary of one of the largest listed companies on the local exchange.
Well, there are two things that we're focused on right now at the Jamaica Stock Exchange, two new innovations. I think the first one is our sustainable linked bond market, which we're looking to roll out in 2025. We have developed the market, but we're looking to have our first set of listings, and a lot of work has gone in from multilaterals to the Jamaica Stock Exchange itself to really take advantage and to put our country in a position to benefit from sustainable linked investments. The second thing is the use of data. We at the Jamaica Stock Exchange have recognized the immense trove of data that we have here at the stock exchange over many, many years, and have been in the process of commercializing that. And the launch of that commercial product would really put power in the hands of our investors to be able to make investment decisions using the data, historical data, to try and make investment decisions going forward.
In the present moment, the Rwanda Stock Exchange's CEO's interest focus on just how the JSE has been able to grow as steadily as it has in recent times, and how that could be translated to an economy ranked as the second fastest growing and the second easiest place to do business on the African continent.
If you know anything or two about Rwanda, is a small landlocked country in East Africa. But not mind-locked. It's a country that is developing very fast, and the economy is very dynamic. But it has attracted many interests from different angles. The capital market was created to support the development agenda of the country. So the market has been in operations officially since 2011. And we are still developing and learning from different experiences, and sharing our own experiences with different marketplaces. Like Jamaica, today we've been visiting for this week, and fostering our own economic diplomacy, which is something very important to share knowledge and experience, and networking with different market players and markets across the globe. And now we have 10 companies listed, and a bunch of fixed income products which are listed, and we are progressing to listing more companies and instruments in the market. We compare ourselves to our peers, I think, as a small market and a small country, but expanding and growing. Rwanda has been growing at the rate at least 7.5% for the past 10-15 years, and going forward, last year alone we grew at 8.6%, and we expect to keep growing as a country, so the stock exchange is trying to follow suit.
Managing Director of the JSE, Dr. Marlene Street Forrest, spoke of some of the takeaways that can assist in orienting that ambition as the delegation returns to the Great Rift Valley state in East Africa with an open invitation for a Jamaican delegation to join them in the future, and the promise of the creation of an MOU to ensure it happens.
I think they would have picked up how we have dealt with the ecosystem, which is that there is collaboration at every level in order to make the exchange a success. And by exchange success, we mean increase in the number of listings on the exchange and the number of persons who are involved in the market. So it is collaboration. They would have also picked up that we work very closely with our listed companies and also our member dealers to improve the market and the deliveries in the market. So every product, every service that we launch, it is in collaboration. So it is the people first, and I think they have picked that up.
Stephen Whittingham also shared another key enabling element the delegation had observed and shared with him.
I think one of the big takeaways that they shared with me, which I'm very, very proud to speak about, is the collaboration between the government of Jamaica and the Jamaica Stock Exchange, which they have highlighted as one of the key factors that they've seen as an identifier of our success and something that they're going to try and seek to replicate upon their return home. Really excited to see where they're going. I think the team is well poised for success in the future, and I think the efforts to collaborate with us here in Jamaica to learn from the experiences that we've had, the structure of how we've set up our exchanges, especially in particular the junior market exchange, I think will really bode well for them in the future.
And that was your business report. I'm Joel Crosskill.
And switching now to what's happening online, we turn to social media.
So, what's got you glued on social media today? The government of Jamaica has proposed a unified One Road Authority to oversee and manage the country's road networks, aiming to improve maintenance, accountability, and development. Here are some of your reactions on this news. At DJ Tactical 876 shares, yes, yes, yes. This is the way to go if we are to see more or better operations and competence. At Unorthodox 764 comments, I support this. These age-old orphan roads need to find a parent. At Breadfruitigal 11 says, 9 years and everything in 6 months, plus a bag of promises. You should be telling us about your 9-year accomplishments. At Bar JA 2020 post, won't make a difference if it will be staffed by the same set of people, and the government won't provide the resources needed. At No Pressure But Pressure adds, are you creating another ineffective bureaucratic agency that makes things worse? Don't waste people's time if the operations will be no different than what's currently in place. At Hummingbird Trucking writes,